That's fine.
No, wait, can I show off tone though real quick? I want to do the Adams song.
Show it off. Copyright. MDMA. Matt is claimed. Yeah, well, no, I think I can act. That's not enough to
I mean,
actually
the end of
me.
the King of the Hill was sloppy, but I don't care.
Do you think that... No, I don't think that's enough to get me...
They can't prove shit.
They can't prove shit. They don't got nothing on me. You ain't no snitch. YouTube ain't no snitch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the AfroMattt show featuring, once again, Nick McChokehold.
Oh, that's a better one. That's a new one. Did you come up with that on your own?
Yeah, I got it on my own. We're gonna do a new Nick McSomething every time.
Nick Chokehold. I like that one. That's my new Instagram name.
That's your Nick McChokehold. I came up with that just now on the spot.
Yeah, Nick McChokehold.
I'm your host, AfroMattt, and so it's been about... I actually checked. The last time I uploaded one of these podcasts was like literally 1 month ago.
Yeah.
It's just because I've been so busy. We, at the beginning or end of this, I don't even know when I'm going to put in I have an audio portion. It'll probably be a separate podcast all of its own. But it's when he drove us to
Kansas City
for a job opportunity. I failed. I did not get the job at Fruit Loops. But so I went to
Kansas
that was about a
City.
3-day trip, so we couldn't really record except for just audio. I couldn't get any video. After that, the day I got back,
You mean Kansas City?
What did I say?
St. Louis?
Oh, dude, same shit, bro.
Same shit. It's some Missouri shit. Some big town in Missouri.
Yeah, it's one of those. And then the day I got back here, the next morning at 3 a.m., I had to catch a plane to Cali for Natasha's uncle's wedding, right? So I went there. I had, like, no relation to anyone there, and the whole wedding was, like, in Spanish. It was, like, a super Catholic wedding, and, at Catholic places, they make you, like, stand up, kneel. It feels like a game of Simon Says,
Yeah.
It's so... have you ever been to a Catholic church?
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I'm like... I kind of wanted to just say to the pastor, I'm like, dude, can we just chill?
You should have been like, I'm just going to go sit outside.
I'm just going
to
to be like, yo, choose one. Choose one. Stand or sit or kneel. Choose one of those three. I'll do it the whole time. Stop making... Does God care if we stand, kneel, sit? He's like, okay, now please stand. Okay, now please be seated.
All right, now stand back up. No, sit.
And now everyone bring out the pews, and then we kneel. It was such a pain in the ass. Yeah. But yeah, I went to Cali. Yeah, dude. Cali, I was saving my opinions because I didn't want to give Nick my first impressions of Cali. He called me on the phone. He's like, dude, it's how Cali? I'm like, what did I even say? Do you remember?
You said I'm saving it for the podcast.
I'm saving it for the podcast.
I'm not impressed or something, and Tasha's family is mad.
I'm not impressed in Tasha's... Yeah, because Tasha's entire family is from California. Mm-hmm. And, as a country boy, I'm gonna say...
As a country boy.
I just wasn't impressed. Everything, like... my first impression is just, like, the whole city is, like... I tried to explain it to Tasha. I'm like, the city of California... Or we went to L.A. So we went to California, landed in L.A., we spent the day in LA, then we drove down to San Diego, slept in San Diego that night. We got there at like 12, midnight.
Did you go to the zoo? Anchorman? That was the San Diego Zoo.
I don't know Anchorman or the
You
San
haven't
Diego
watched
Zoo.
Anchorman?
No.
With Will Ferrell?
No.
It's like a classic movie.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, you missed out.
Isn't there an Anchorman 2? I've seen that one.
That was at the San Diego Zoo. The whole thing was revolving around like a panda giving birth, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is
you.
Thing.
This is all you.
There's like no pandas either. And apparently pandas aren't even actually bears.
Dude, you know that China rents out pandas to America?
We're renting our pandas?
Yeah. It's like $1.7 million a year to rent a panda. That's why we owe so much to China.
That's where it's all going.
That's why we're like probably $9 trillion in debt to China minimum. Dude, I mean, I can talk about money later because we will talk about money later. So that's a foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But because we're gonna be talking about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. We'll talk about that later because it's crazy. But so we landed in Cali, drove to San Diego, slept there, woke up, did the church thing, did the wedding. Then we spent the day in San Diego. Then we drove to San Pedro, where apparently a lot of movies are shot. I looked up how many movies were shot in San Pedro, and the list is like literally everything. Like it's
everything ever made was in San Pedro.
Like in an insane amount. Like movies you don't even think were shot in San Diego were like shot in San Diego. I guess because it's so close to. It's like not in California, so it's not busy, but it's like still Cali, vibes. I don't know, but they were apparently filming a movie in there. I may be an extra in a movie somewhere. You just see me walking by
and not getting paid.
Not getting paid, yeah, literally. There was like wires. You can tell because there was like wires all up the street, like I guess film cords, and they were like kind of jerry rigged together. Was it called Suzy Cute or something? Daisy chained. Yeah, all these wires were daisy chained together, and then there was like a big white van over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that was cool. But yeah, no, Cali. My impressions of Cali is like, I guess there's such a big when you think about Cali, you think like glitz, glamour, fashion icon, like the hub, the social hub, entertainment hub of like everything. And when I got there, I'm like, dude, it's kind of trashy. Cali's kind of trashy. I'm gonna be honest. It's just trashy.
Okay, so go in depth.
So we drove down when we were in LA during that day that we spent there. We drove down. We checked out Bel Air. We drove down. What's it called? There's a famous street. We did the Walk of Fame, which is trash, which is absolute trashy. We ran into like a tweaker, and there's like just homeless people with like buckets out for money.
Yeah.
I'm like, do something. do something. He was just sitting there with a ruler in his hand, tapping a ruler on his hand.
The bucket's right there.
I'm like, if you want money, you're in the entertainment industry of the world. At least do a podcast. Just sit there. He's just sitting there with a Home Depot bucket in front of him, asking for change.
Dude, imagine if you did fill that with just change, though. The bucket would be so much money.
And heavy.
A Home Depot bucket. Well, what would you do with that? You have to lug that thing
that guy
to the
would
bank.
probably buy heroin.
Probably.
But he literally just had like a yardstick and was just tapping in his hand.
Like it was a guitar or something?
No, just tapping it. Like he was just wasting time. Like when you just
He's just bored.
Just like when you tap your fingers. I'm like, dude, do something. At least get up and do a dance or something. Tap around.
Or hold a sign. A very misleading sign that doesn't say it's for heroin.
At least hold a sign that says, yeah, my wife left me for Bitcoin.
My wife left me need money for the kids and the dog.
Yeah, I should have taken a picture of him. He's an NFT.
Yeah.
I would have made $1 million off of his face. Homeless man is an NFT. No, but so yeah, we ran into one tweaker, this chick. She was like running around screaming, and she would like circle around our group and just like say words like, I don't even know what she was saying. She was like, "Isn't it so pretty?" And then would like run off, like literally sprint down, and then just sit down and just scream into the sky, and then get up and do some more circles around other groups. And she had like a nice conversation with Natasha's mom. Mm-hmm. We were all laughing at it, and she was telling Natasha's mom, she's like, "I stole these headphones." Literally, I'm like, okay, this is real. Yeah. I didn't feel safe at all in California, which is weird because, they don't have guns in California. The only people that have guns are the bad guys there. Are people that want to hurt you.
They make it really hard for you to keep your guns and have your guns.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the reason I felt insane. It didn't help that there was no one who had a gun, except for people that wanted to harm you. but not even that. Well, so after the wedding, we went to like the reception. We had a conversation with the brother, so the husband, so the husband's brother's wife is a social worker for California. She was having a conversation. She's like, yeah, I used to get up at 5 a.m. and go to work, and I kind of stopped getting up that early because I was walking down the street, and in the park I saw a guy with handcuffed to a thing with 8 stab wounds in his head. I'm like, well, that's great. What's I mean, she said it so casually. I'm like, I've never even seen that. That's like movie shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then her husband's like, oh yeah, that's common. Yeah, that's kind of like, you don't really go out that early. I'm like, why do you live here? Like, just move. Like, so
like the fact that you see that guy and you're just like not gonna do anything about it. You're just like, yeah, well.
Yeah, and then she's like, yeah, I heard in the news the next day that there was a gang-related stabbing, and I'm like, oh, I guess that's what I walked past. I'm like, that's great. That's great. The biggest news to come out of Arkansas recently is that one of our people were at the at the Capitol raiding it.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, California just is like, it's like, you know that saying, like, you can't shine a turd?
No,
Like
I've never heard that.
Like, you can't polish a turd.
You could.
No, you can't.
You could.
You can't. It just falls apart.
No, if you put some kind of clear coat, like spray on it to make it hard, and then you can make it nice and pretty, probably.
Well, they should do that to California.
Just clear coat the whole thing.
Just clear. Like, I feel like it's like so on the outside. Like, I thought of a good metaphor while I was there, actually, because we drove down not Bel Air. What's the other one? Beverly Hills, and there's like shopping malls. And let me tell you guys this: shopping malls are only for the rich now. The only stores you see in shopping malls are like Nike outlets, Adidas outlets, Gucci stores, and that shit, right? Like, that's the only stores now. Shopping malls are only for rich people. So we're driving down, we see a Gucci store, and then you drive around the back, and there's like 2 streets, right? And you get to see the back of these buildings. And they're all like moldy trash building. I'm like, the Gucci store on the front is pristine. There's a guard there waiting. There's a line with a velvet rope. Mm-hmm. And on the back, it looks like it looks like the back of like a subway.
Like a subway?
Yeah, it's like mildew creeping up the walls and like, trash pile, like just, it's just shit. I'm like, that's like the perfect metaphor for just all of LA.
Dude, that's aggressive. That's a big blanket statement to throw out.
I'm just saying, on the, like, you look at it and you're like, oh, Cali, it's so pretty. There's like the ocean and it's like the sunlight and there's palm trees. And then you really like walk in California and you're like, oh, this is shit. Like, no wonder people are just moving out in droves because there's like tent cities. Like, literally, like, I didn't understand how bad it was. People said a tent city. I'm like, oh, sounds like a campground, like, kind of cute, right? And then you drive by there, and it's literally tents, like, almost stacked on top of each other. And apparently the reason they can do this is because California has a law where the police officers aren't allowed to, because sidewalks are considered public property, so anyone can do anything there. Anything that you can do in your home, you can do on a public sidewalk, which includes peeing, shitting, fucking, doing drugs, shooting up heroin.
Can you do drugs in your house?
Yeah, you can in the privacy of your home, in the privacy of your tent. You can shoot up heroin. Yes. And literally, now that COVID's a thing, there was like an act.
Is there a 6 feet apart tent policy?
No. And that's another thing too. Everything.
Do tents cure COVID?
Everything in California is like, it's so, I don't know another word except for like fake, right? Everyone there, it's like, okay guys, everyone just please wear your mask and let's maintain social distance. Let's get over this thing, That's what you think, like, and then you go there and it's like, okay guys, you talk a big game, let's see what's actually going on. And it's like, it's like, no indoor eating, but we built a giant house outside that you guys can all eat in without masks. I'm like, guys, do you not understand logic? Like, common sense? Just like, it's all sure. It's like it's a charade. It's fake. It's virtue signaling. It just pissed me off. Just like, cause, so we went to this restaurant, right? And it's like a pretty pricey Spanish Mexican restaurant, and we were eating there, and I think I called you after we ate there. I'm like, everyone here, it looks like they're wearing someone else's face. Did I tell you about that?
No.
It's just like, because it's like it's like I forgot the name of it, but it's like, it's kind of uppity. It's like near the expensive area. All the meals cost like $20 plus. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And everyone eating there is like, you can tell they're rich. They all have like plastics. They literally have plastic surgery. Their lips are like, you know when someone has plastic surgery and their lips are like, you can tell it's like poofy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these guys look like they're wearing other people's faces and they're just talking and they're never not smiling. Like, oh my God, that's so funny. It's like, you're wearing a mask. You're literally wearing someone's face and you can't stop smiling because of your Botox. It's like, everything about you right now is a charade. And that was further proven when we ate there and the food was absolute shit. I'm telling you, the chips and salsa that they gave us, I couldn't even eat it. The salsa tasted, me and Tasha were kidding about this with her family. It tastes like the sauce packet from a Lunchables pizza. Literally tasted like that. Mm-hmm. I tasted it. I'm like, is this even salsa? This is marinara sauce.
Yeah.
Not only that, at the same restaurant, they fired all the waitresses, and instead, there's no waitresses or waiters. You go up, order your thing, and they just give you a to-go box that you take to your table and you eat.
At an expensive place?
Yes. So it's like,
a lot of this stuff, when I went to Cali, like, it was so expensive. I remember walking into a place and sitting down, and they gave us a menu, and I looked at it, and I just, like, gave my dad this look, and we both just put our menus down and walked out.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, this place, and I kind of felt bad because it was, like, where Tasha's mom used to eat when she was a kid and stuff, and we're all just kind of like, am I going to even finish this burrito? It's, like, that bad?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding when I say I've had $1 burritos from like a taco stand that are better than this place. And the thing is, these people are rich and they're all eating this expensive food and they think it's good. They don't know what good food is. They think because it's expensive that it's good. And I'm just like, you guys are it's just like so grimy. It's just like that Gucci store on the front. It's like, oh my God, it's such a fancy place. They've got like nice shiny white walls. The food is super pricey. Oh, I bet they have a nice chef. Who's the chef in the back? Is it good? No, it's shit. It's McDonald's food.
When I went, I was.
I'm sure not all the places. Let me give a disclosure, because I'm sure not all the rich, like expensive places to eat. I'm sure there are good ones. I did go to a good one. That was expensive and was good, right? But like, I mean, this place was just so awful.
So I was walking down, we were trying to find a place to eat, and I had my skateboard with me because, like, when I think of LA and stuff, like when I was like skating growing up, like you always hear they've got good spots and it's fun.
Thrasher and Supreme came from there too.
Yeah, there's like good stuff to skate. Anyway, I'm holding my board like a normal human, grip tape away on the side, not mall grabbing it. And these guys that is a trio of men. And they walk up to me, and they're definitely flamboyant. They walk up to me, and they all have different colored penny boards, and they all are bright neon colored penny boards, little ones that you would never do tricks or anything on. Just because it's cool to have a skateboard and just cruise and never do anything that actually takes any kind of commitment. Yeah. And they're all matching. All their clothes are matching. They're all wearing tank tops. They're all wearing tank tops to show off the arms that they don't have. They're wearing little shorty shorts, and they're all matching. And I walk by them, and I'm like, I'm still like trying to ignore first judgments. And I try to talk to them when I'm walking by. I'm like, hey guys, and they all looked me up and down, and scoffed and kept walking.
It's because you don't like. Tasha even told me before I left. She's like, just bring your most expensive clothes that you have, and you'll be accepted there. You know, like. So that's why I brought my Teddy Fresh jacket, because I know that Ethan Klein lives in Cali, and a lot of people there are like, you know. So I'm like, that's probably my most expensive item is a jacket, literally a sweatshirt. But like people there, they can tell that you're not from California, and if you're not from California, you know, like, you know, you're a, you know, Republican cuck, or, you know, like a white supremacist, and they just, it's just like, I mean, the weather wasn't even that good. We went there in the weather. I mean, the people say that the reason to move to California is for the weather. I expect it to be like Florida. I'm like, no, why don't you just go to Florida, right? Like Florida is my like, I'm like, oh, it feels like Florida out here, you know, like on a good day. I'm like, oh, it feels like it's nice like Florida. I never say it. And so when I got there, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the weather's like. Is it gonna be like Cali? No, literally at the beach, you cannot swim. You can't even swim at the beach. I don't even see a cent of an appeal to move to California. You can't even swim in the beaches. We went there, and Tasha's mom literally, everyone there has a blanket at the beach. I'm like, guys, the two things you should bring to a beach is, you know, a boogie board or some shit, and a towel. You don't need to bring, you know, a sweatshirt, a beanie, a coat. A coat. Literally, people wear coats just casually. It's not even that. It's not even that like. We're not in winter anymore. It's like we're transitioning. It's like almost spring. It's like spring. It's what is it? What's today? What's it, March 15th? We're in springtime. I don't know, dude. My Cali rant is. I'm just. It's like the whole. It's just a facade. It's like smoke and mirrors. It's everything Hollywood is. It's like the entertainment. Everything's for show. It's like you'll see a line of buildings, but they'll all be props, right? You can't actually enter any of them. That's Cali, right? Everything, you can look at all the shops. We drove by all the Gucci stores, but if I try to enter them, I mean, like I'm not gonna buy anything. And there's like a guard, and there's like 15 people waiting. 2 people are like, oh my god, 2 people are like, literally in some stores. There are literally allowed 5 people in the store at a time.
Holy shit.
At some of these places. Like, say we went into a Zoomies, right? There'd be a line of literally 15 people, and then 5 people shopping on the inside, and then you'll have to wait for 3 of them to walk out after browsing and buying literally nothing. And then you're like, okay, now, guys, 3 more can go in. I'm like, we're all standing in a line 2 feet from each other, everyone. Why don't we just stand 2 feet from in the store so we can all shop at the same time? It's just everything is just a charade of virtues. Everyone's trying to be, oh, I'm doing this for your safety. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I just want to. I've never felt like punching someone more than when someone tells me to like I had my mask on the whole time, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to get, you know, killed. By a mob of angry libtards.
Right.
I'm kidding. But yes.
You're kidding. You do want to get killed.
I do want to get killed by a mob of angry libtards. No, but so I would have my mask up, and then I would walk into a store in California, and like no one is social distance. There's no sort of like regulation on anything, which I'm okay with, which I agree with. First off, let me tell you that. I don't think that we should, like, I don't care. Texas is 100% open, right? Are they dying in droves in Texas? I don't know. I haven't heard any news on if Texas, it's been like a week. Are people even dying from COVID? Is COVID a thing in Texas?
I mean, they're definitely dying.
I'm starting to believe if you just say if you just say COVID is over, it's over. Are people even, like, still dying more in Texas than they were? I don't know. I don't know the stats, but I'm just saying, like, Florida's like this, Texas is like this. Just open everything up. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't. I truly don't. What are your opinions? Are you saying my position is just open it up. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it.
Right now?
Yeah, just fuck it.
I think I think what we need to do is take
It's
everybody...
fake anyways.
No, it's definitely not fake. It was
No,
a lab leak.
I had it.
It was a lab leak.
It was 100% a lab leak.
Yeah, and we're not allowed to investigate it.
Look, dude, don't even get me started on this, dude. It's just like... Oh, God.
I think we need to take anybody that's susceptible because they're old, and anybody that's susceptible because they're young, and all of those people get put in a concentration camp. They don't kill them. They just die over there. And then the rest of us that are non-susceptible to COVID, we get to have a good time.
Every time I think about COVID, I think about when I was in, like... When I would be in a crowded place, I would be like, say I was at the mall or something, and there was, like, a ton of people, just, like, a horde of people. I remember, like, you know that meme from The Office where he's just like, Dwight says to Jim, he's like, we need another plague. Yeah, I mean, I literally used to say that.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be upset now? That my wish came true? That my wish literally came true?
Okay, Matt.
Are we not going to talk about Bill Gates literally, like, 5 years ago, talking about
okay, Matt.
experiments to...
Okay, Matt. Okay, Matt. I have something for you.
Okay. I'm
It's
ready.
the movie thing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Whew, I'm fired up. Yeah.
You are in a lab.
Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum. There we go.
Okay.
We have to do that to segment it.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the part of the show
where Matt has to create a movie, an entire movie within 1 minute.
We always say it's a minute. Usually go over.
It's whatever.
Last time you stole Soul. You stole the entire plot
No,
of
that
Soul.
was the one before last time. The last time was about the kitten wearing costume.
That's right.
The kitten
Oh my
boy.
God.
Yeah, the cat boy.
Okay, so
getting his scratches.
You work
where
at
he
a.
tells his dad he's
you
not
work.
voting for Trump.
You're a scientist in pathology, and
Okay.
you're working in a lab to study viruses.
Okay.
In fact, you work for the Chinese government, and whoopsie daisy, a sample slipped out, and like 4 people got this disease. But your boss tells you to shut the hell up about it and not say anything, and then this virus goes on to kill a crap ton of people, and the World Health Organization isn't allowed to investigate it.
Wait, why aren't they allowed to investigate it?
Because they want them to look at the wet market, because they are the ones responsible.
Are you saying that the Chinese government told them they can investigate the wet markets, but not
Yeah.
the place?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally
lab?
told them you're not allowed, World Health Organization, you're not allowed to come investigate lab leaks, but you are allowed to investigate the wet market when 4 of the 6 original COVID cases had no contact with the wet market at all.
Okay, so are we supposed to... so we trust the Chinese government?
Yeah, and it's also taboo to talk about it being a lab leak or anything like that, but... Yeah, so you're a scientist, and you work...
Wait, does China... Are they under COVID mandations right now? Mandates and stuff?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, it's funny.
They bounce back quick.
Yeah.
For something that started there.
Yeah.
You would think that they would be the epicenter and, like, still it would bounce around a little bit there. No, it's over.
Yeah. Well, they kind of knew about it.
Well, they had the vaccine.
And they didn't tell us. Until about a month later.
True.
Which is a big freaking deal. Imagine all the lives that... Okay, this is a movie bit.
Oh, this is all fiction.
We're coming up with this. So there's a virus. It's called a coronavirus. And you work in a lab and you leak, and your government puts a gag on you and says you're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to say anything about this. You have a best friend. She's a reporter. She tried to report it. She got put in prison. Your other friends that tried to talk about it just disappeared. Imagine if that was real. But there's the premise of the movie.
Okay.
You're at war with yourself because you're not allowed to help the world and save millions of lives. And you leak this virus. You go, whoopsie daisy, you drop the COVID on the floor. A coronavirus. COVID-19.
Okay, so in this completely fictional world.
Right. But the movie centers around you.
Oh, just me?
Just you. You are the main character.
I'm the main character?
You don't want to get shut up.
Am I the journalist who's been gagged?
You are the scientist that leaked it, but want to help, but want to help people, and say like, okay, and you're not allowed to talk about it, or else your government kills you or puts you in prison.
Okay.
Thank God that doesn't happen in the real world.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God we can trust China with their numbers and with letting us investigate whatever we can. We just want to investigate where the beginning of this thing is, right?
Right. Just
Yeah.
so we can figure out how to... Like, literally, if this happened, we would have been like, China, that's not cool, but let's investigate it. Let's get the info so we can come together.
Let's work together
as the freaking Earth.
If you have nothing to hide, look, this is an argument that many liberals use. Why, Nick? Are you okay with the government spying on everything you do?
No.
Why not? What? Why not?
Are you doing
what are you
something
doing?
bad?
What are you doing? You're doing something bad? You can't be doing something bad. Are you watching? What are you watching, Nick? What are you watching? Many liberals say this, and I mean, we can use the same logic applied to China. Why can't we go there and check out what you're doing? Are you doing something bad? Are you doing something bad? What are you
definitely doing something
What
bad.
are you leaking? What are you watching? What are you leaking into the world right now? Are there any regulations going on in there? China, what's going on?
Okay, Matt, make your movie.
In a world where I just leaked the biggest virus known to mankind, the 21st century. Welcome to Bovid.
Welcome to Bovid-19.
Bovid-18. So the movie starts with me. I'm the main character. I'm a scientist. I'm like struggling. I'm like like when you have a wall and you have like all those strings attaching stuff, and you're like, oh my god, the bat's connected to the freaking the wet market, and you got strings attached here, and then you got like Jeffrey Epstein attached to
Wait, but just so you realize, you are the one working and developing this virus to test how it would react with humans, and you accidentally whoopsie it.
I know, I'm getting there. Okay. So I'm like frantically writing my notes. I'm like looking over my shoulder. You can tell I feel like someone's after me. Mm-hmm. And I turn around. I hear a noise. Someone knocks on the door. I turn around and I knock over a vial.
Oh no.
And then so the vial lands, and then like steam starts and it starts eroding through the thing, like super dramatic, and it like starts leaking on the people below the floor, and I'm like, oh shit.
You're like, oh shit, that was a good one. That was my best virus. That thing is built to infect everyone.
Oh my god. I didn't even have time to make it immune to UV radiation. So the person that comes in is my boss, whatever, and he's like, and we both just stare at the ground, and I'm like, oh shit. And then he takes out a gun and he tries to murder me because he knows what I've been working on. Mm-hmm. And so I dive out of the way, I throw up a table, and it like starts blocking bullets, and it turns into like a kind of a what's that show called, John Wick scene, where I'm like, I take like a pencil, I just stab him in his face. So
wait, but he has a higher up.
What? No, I flee the building, and then I fly to Washington, in America. That's where Bovid starts. I had Bovid from dropping the vial.
Oh, you got Bovid.
Yeah. So I fly to Washington, and then that starts there, right? In this fictional universe. It started in let's say Washington, right? Killed a few.
Well, you got it in Wuhan, and you took it to Washington.
I got Bovid in Wuhan, and I flew to Washington, where it's barded. Okay?
Where it's barded.
Okay. So, and then I changed my name. I have a guy on the inside. I changed my name, get a new social security number. My name is now Beffrey Gebstein. Beffrey Gebstein. And I think to myself,
were you Jeffrey Epstein in the first place?
No.
This is just your new name.
That's my new name. No relation to the actual Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
Who is a fictional universe, set in a fictional world.
In this world, Jeffrey Epstein actually did kill himself.
Yeah. So in this fictional universe, I changed my name, and I know that a virus is out because I have it, and I'm like, okay, I only got 2 weeks to live. I'm like, I gotta make money right now. Mm-hmm. So I invest in Bitcoin. The character, there's a big scene where I'm in. I like transfer 8 million Bitcoin into my account, and then I go crazy, just like go crazy spending, and it's kind of like Wolf of Wall Street.
Turning it into like a Fault in Our Stars kind of thing.
What?
Like, are you just enjoying your life because you don't have a lot left to live
Yeah.
in Washington and you don't care about spreading COVID?
Yes. So I know I have a ticking time bomb in me, right? I'm starting to cough. I'm like, and then so I get Bitcoin. So I get the Bitcoin, and I'm starting to spend it and stuff. This is before Bitcoin's even big yet. I have like 1,000 Bitcoin, and I'm like, so then it like follows me through my adventures. I find the love of my life. Let's call her Bizlane Baxwell.
Bizlane Baxwell?
Yeah.
Does she get Bovid?
No, she's immune.
She's immune to Bovid.
Well, of course she is.
How's she immune?
Well, she's rich.
Well, she's rich.
Yeah, name one rich person who's died of COVID. I'll wait.
Actually, there was a lot of celebrities that have died from COVID.
Really?
Had a lot of money, yeah.
Chadwick Boseman?
He had cancer.
I'm sure it was written up as COVID somewhere.
Like colon cancer.
Colon COVID.
Badwick Boseman.
Badwick. So let's see. So we fall in love and we do that. I think
Bizlane Baxwell has to get Bovid.
She gets Bovid.
And you kind of both die together, and it's romantic. But you just met.
No. So she gets Bovid, but so after I go kind of crazy and I spend, I'm buying expensive yachts, we're having parties and stuff. I kind of come down and get the realization that I only have 3 days left. So as a scientist from Wuhan, I know exactly what to do. So I start sketching, I start tinkering in the lab that I bought with all my Bitcoin. I'm tinkering and I'm like, I made it. And I have the vaccine for Bovid. But the catch is, I only have enough in those 3 days for one person. So I have to choose between me and Bizlane.
You choose yourself, right?
I choose myself.
Yeah.
So I inject it in my arm and say, Bizlane, have fun in jail. And then I fly to my private island that I bought with my Bitcoin.
Right.
And so now we're kind of caught up with where we're at now. I've lasted a few months or whatever with my vaccine. And now we're in the world of like NFTs, right? My Bitcoin has skyrocketed. I'm a multi-trillionaire, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm getting into the NFT game. I'm like, what can I make into an NFT? I'm like, I have this island. How about I just make literal GIFs of all the rich people I blackmail having sex with underage girls and make that literally like a GIF into an NFT that someone can buy for $1 million.
But it's still black market stuff.
No.
It has to be if it's a GIF of a celebrity fucking a little girl.
Yeah, like a GIF of Donald Trump on the airplane getting his toes massaged by a 13-year-old girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll make that an NFT, and I'll sell that to Donald Trump, and he'll have to buy it, or else I'll leak it to the world. And so my money starts spiraling, and I just get so rich. I make a rocket. I buy all of Tesla, fly the rocket straight into the sun, and kill myself. And that's the end of the movie. It's kind of like me crying because I know that the world is. I've killed the entire human race.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good. Is there any post-credit scenes?
Post-credit scene, it shows the sun, literally the heat death explosion kills the entire universe.
Oh, so it shows you heading towards the sun, and then the credits is, the sun exploding and killing everything.
Yeah.
That's so cheesy.
It is what it is.
That was a journey.
That was a journey.
That was a good story.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Copyright.
What's it called?
That's an AfroMattt original.
What's it called?
That's called Beffrey Bebstein and the Amazing Race.
In the Amazing Race?
Yeah.
Okay, who directs it?
Me.
You direct it?
And star.
Do you direct, star,
and write?
Are you also the only actor in the whole movie?
No.
Do you play Bizlane too?
No, I don't play Bizlane. Bizlane is played by Ghislaine. Dude, who? Okay, we're done with that, right?
Sure.
Okay, where is Ghislaine? Like, actually in real life now. Is she...
I haven't talked to her in a minute.
Oh, you haven't seen her? Has she hit your line?
Huh?
Hello, love. Hello, love.
She hasn't been on my
Hello,
line.
love. I haven't seen you at the island in a while. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, dude. I had a whole mental breakdown. I mean, if you've seen the YouTube video, my most recent one before this is a complete mental breakdown where I just like lose it. So we did the California thing. What do I want to talk about? Oh, NFTs. So non-fungible token. I mean, I've been talking about it a lot this episode. That's because it's like super hot right now. It's like a super hot topic. Nick, do you know what an NFT is?
Yes. Well, no, I don't.
Just from kind of what I've said.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't. So you have an excuse to explain
So I can explain it. Okay, an NFT is a non-fungible token, right? Yeah. So I don't even know what it means. Let me look at. Let's see. I have a literal article here. It says what is what is an NFT? How to buy it? And the new Bitcoin for art trend explained. Dude, literally, it's just a trend. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, what is a non-fungible token? A non-fungible token, an NFT, means a digital item that belongs to the person who purchased it. In economics, fungible is the property of a good being interchangeable or replaceable. For example, if you shared a photo from your phone to another person over a text message, the data image would be replicated. So this means that...
And it's non-replicated?
Yeah, so So
it's like a knife in CSGO.
It's like a knife in CSGO. It's exactly like
Except
a knife in
it's a
CSGO.
GIF of Donald Trump getting his toes massaged.
Yes. And, well, look, so the CEO of Twitter, you can buy his tweet as an NFT, his first tweet. And he says, I guess this is my first tweet or something on Twitter. And then he's like, I'm selling this tweet. What that means, I don't know. Like, this whole NFT thing, it just makes completely no sense. It seems like a giant scam. It seems like a tax fraud situation. We're talking about a massive tax fraud. Because what you can do is it's kind of like anytime art, because it's all about art in this. It's art. Anytime art's... Let me tell you how classical art works. So... say I'm an artist, which I am, right? Say I'm an artist, and you're an appraiser, right? And we have a third friend who owns a gallery, right? And we want to make some money, right? I want to make money as an artist. You want to make money as an appraiser because you want to live. And he wants to make money because he owns a gallery that people pay to go to, right? So in the art world, I show you my artwork, and you're a trusted appraiser, right? You have a reputation to uphold. Say you appraise my art at $10 million, right? This literal Kermit, you appraise it at $10 million. I take this and I donate it to my other friend who owns the gallery for a $10 million donation, right? Now, anytime you donate, you can write it off on your taxes.
Oh my God.
In charity.
That just freaked me out.
Right?
Yeah.
So he has a $10 million worth thing he can sell to anyone. So he sells my frog to the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art in Chicago. He made $12 million. He sold it to them for $12 million. He gives me $6 million. I wrote off $10 million. You made the sale, and he made however, $8 million, right? That's how the art world works. That's why people, if you're not in the circle of art, you don't get famous. You have to be around other people that appraise art, own art studios, and are artists. You have to be in that circle or you don't get anywhere. No one looks at a photo and says, you're famous because your art is good. You have to be in that circle. That's why literally white canvases can become famous because they get an appraiser who says, oh, that's beautiful. It's just so stupid. It's a scam. So that being said, NFTs are art, right? So the creator of the Nyan Cat, Nyan Cat,
Mm-hmm.
Neon, was it Nyan? Nyan?
I don't know how to say it.
The one that was like
little Pop-Tart cat.
Pop-Tart cat shooting rainbows sold for $600,000.
What?
The GIF.
Just the original GIF.
It.
It.
Right? It.
The whole Nyan Cat.
The whole Nyan Cat sold for that much. Why? I don't know. So, anything can be an NFT. Literally anything. Who's
Wait,
that?
but this guy still has the rights to all of his original programming and stuff when he did that. Does he just give this guy a GIF or something?
I think he gives it to him. Gives him all the programming and everything. Just gives it to him. Right? I don't know how it works. It seems like a giant tax scam, right? So say, I don't know, I might not get this right because it's kind of a new concept, but say I make an NFT of, let's say I make an NFT of, an actual corpse, a COVID patient, and I say I make 5 separate ones, like a string of 5, like I write 9 of 9, 1 of 2, like that card, like that signed card.
Mm-hmm.
Make 10 of them, right? I sell one for, I get one, say I sell one for $6,000, right? And then, which is kind of low for an NFT, right? So I have these 10 COVID patients. I sell one of them. They own that, right? They own that image, GIF of someone on a ventilator or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Signed.
yeah, signed. No, and it's like, so I sell them one, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm just gonna take the loss on the 9, and then I take the loss on the 9 and I donate them, right? So I write off 6,000 times 9 because I donated them all. So I assume that they're all praised the same, right? So now I wrote off that much, and all my friends I donated to can sell them. That's what it seems like. It seems like a giant, like, if you're in the game, you're in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems sketch, bro. Because if you, I think in.
Is this theoretically,
this
like
is
going back,
theoretical.
if you're an artist and you do get a piece of, you write a smiley face on a canvas and it gets appraised and it's 10 million,
Yeah.
and you decide not to sell it and you don't want any of that profit and you're donating it. Is that an actual tax write-off?
Donations? Yeah.
I know, like, I've done tax write-offs on donations, but could you say that you donated $10 million if he places it at a value of $10 million?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
That's fucked.
Yeah, the art world is one of the most fraudulent markets in the whole world. The whole world's based on fraud. I told you I was going to come back to cash because this whole NFT thing just gets you thinking that literally there's no real money. The future of money, Nick, like, let me ask you this. What gives anything value? What gives this Kermit value?
Your belief in him.
Yeah, exactly. I think this Kermit is worth $5. Nick, what do you think this Kermit's worth?
$2.
$2. Okay, there. So I think it's worth $5. You think it's worth $2. We can agree at $3.50. Let's meet in the middle. Wait, is that the middle?
No, it's close enough.
Close enough.
I don't wanna do the math.
Four.
From
Right?
3 and 5?
Yeah, in the middle.
We're so stupid. It is 4.
It is 4. That's
Yeah.
8. Dude, we literally cannot average 3 plus 5 divided by 2. Okay. So we can come to an agreement that this is $4, right? So during Nixon, the president.
Yeah.
So he came together with a group of people, and they met in, I think, Wisconsin. It was all the leaders of all the world countries, right? And they had to decide what dollar would be the basis for all the gold reserves. And they came to the agreement that it was the U.S. dollar, right? So the U.S. dollar is now the basis, is what is backed by gold. Gold backs the U.S. dollar, and that's why the U.S. dollar is the main form of currency. Even though they use yen and the pound, the U.S. dollar is the transaction of gold, right? Now you have to ask, where is the gold, right? They say all the gold is in Fort Knox. No one's allowed in there. We don't even know if there is gold in Fort Knox, right? So now that asks the question, if there is no gold in Fort Knox, what is our currency based off of?
Just belief.
Just belief.
The value you give it.
Exactly. So that's why Bitcoin is allowed to get so big, is because people believe that Bitcoin's the new currency, so it is allowed to get big. Now, with NFTs, I mean, that's a whole nother thing, but like people say that Bitcoin is gold and your Ethereum is silver. Now, why those two? It's just because those are the they're the blockchain, like the original creators and the first ones.
I watched this interview of the guy that created Ethereum, and he was basically saying he also has like no idea why it's worth so much.
It's completely I don't know. It's weird, but it makes sense when you think about it, because money right now, a dollar bill, is imaginary. It's like even for the COVID relief, right? The what is it? The stimulus bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally $1.9 trillion. They literally just write it, right? It's like they type in some numbers, 1 trillion out of this bank account into everyone's bank account. No money is coming from anywhere. No, it's numbers on a screen transferring to everyone's bank account. It's not even real.
This is part of your breakdown too.
It's not even real. No, money is not real. And I'll say this, and Slice will get mad. I'm like, money is fake, and it just is. My 14-year-old sister knows that it's fake. I'm like, how can you not realize that money is just imaginary? And it's all coming together soon. Either there's going to be a huge bubble. It's going to cause hyperinflation. And the dollar, you know when Germany you could buy a loaf of bread for $5 million, during hyperinflation.
Is that true?
Yeah, like kids would build castles out of bricks of dollar bills because they were worthless. Because they printed so much money, because money was meaningless there. It wasn't backed by anything. And if you print more money, it's still backed by the same amount of stuff if it's backed by anything. So it just costs. That's inflation, like 101. So, hyperinflation, and then the burst, when they either like eliminate currency out of the market, come up with a new currency, Bitcoin comes in, the dollar bubble bursts, Bitcoin is the new thing, if it's even allowed by the government at that point, or the government says, guys, we made our own, it's called the Trump coin or something, whoever's the president, right? And this is what everyone pays for. Take all your dollars, bring them to the bank, and they'll exchange you for Trump coin, right? And then that will be the new currency for everything. So it's just like that's the future, right? I've never been wrong on this podcast before. I don't think.
I think you have.
Have I?
Yeah.
What was I wrong about?
I don't think any rich people have died from COVID.
That was this podcast. True. Let's get. So that's a knowledge dump on a lot of people.
Yeah.
So let's get into this kind of the happy stuff.
Yeah, let's get into the happy.
The happy stuff. Yeah. After that, at least I'm not showing you a picture of a literal execution.
Now I'm sad.
Why? Did you think about the execution?
I thought about it.
I'm not sad. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is Jack Dorsey selling first ever tweet as an NFT for $25 million. What is this? What is going on here? Where is it? There it is. Like, what is going on? Jack Dorsey selling first ever tweet as an NFT. Current highest bid is $25 million. It just seems like a giant scam, if you're asking me. Just setting up my Twitter is the tweet. So, I can't just screenshot this and say I own this tweet, right? What makes someone own a tweet? I don't know. It's just for clout. It seems like it's just for clout, Like, you can say with your friends, oh, I own that tweet. I own that. Check it out.
That's mine.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Let's watch the cum shot cam.
The hand.
Pull up the
That is a wildly different genre we've ventured into.
cum shot cam. Let's go. So the Bucks during a COVID game had the
Really good edit where someone takes the little hand sanitizer and just makes it a dick.
yeah. I mean, literally, it's
That's
like,
all that would take.
It's like the kiss cam, except when it zooms in on someone, it's like a bottle squirting hand sanitizer on them, and it just looks like a cum shot cam. And they're all like showering in it. They're like washing their hands in the cum shot. It's so good. I just thought that would lighten the mood. Okay, so what's the point? I actually don't know what this is. Oh, this is sad again.
I think it's important.
This is news. Okay. Oh, this is like vaccinated stuff. Oh, this is from CNN. I don't know what this is. I don't even know why it's in here, but we'll watch it.
To realize as we're working through this that still over 90% of the population is not yet vaccinated, and that it's our responsibility to make sure, in the context of 60,000 new cases a day, that we protect those who remain unvaccinated and remain vulnerable. So we're doing our best to do that. I think it's also important to remember that people who are vaccinated, there's increasing data now that suggests that they might get breakthrough infections with lesser amounts of virus, lesser amounts of disease, lesser symptomatic disease, milder disease. However, we're still waiting for data to emerge about whether they could transmit that virus to other people.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
why.
Our next steps in terms of...
That's why I literally titled this clip, "What's the point then?" Like, this is from CNN, so it's like an actual liberal leaning thing. And I mean, after just listening to that, I heard it on the news first. And I'm like, okay, so what's the point? So you heard that doctor, she said, so we're still getting data in. People with the vaccine could actually still just give it to other people, and they might still get the virus. Okay, what's the point then? The two things a vaccine does, we don't even know if it does. We're still waiting on data. Thank you, CNN. That's all I wanted. That's all that clip is in there for.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-vax or anything. Get it if you want it. Don't get it if you want it. It's a free country. Do whatever you want.
If you want to have freedom and go places, you need to get the vaccine.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to have your card. They're going to quit IDing you and start asking for your
That's a whole nother thing.
card.
I'm going to get pulled over and the cop's going to ask me for my vaccine card.
You're like, whoa, don't just kind of throw it out the window. Like, roll down just a little bit. Throw that vax card out.
Yeah, it's just like Slice. Do you see what Slice commented on my YouTube video?
What, the breakdown?
My mental breakdown one?
What did he
Let
say?
me pull it up. He said something along the lines of, and let me just literally pull it up. So he said, let's see. He said, the U.S. government is not mandating COVID vaccines. We are not in a dystopia. Try as the Republicans might. Private companies have the legal right to require employees to vaccinate before coming to work in their workplace. Some companies, apparently, some in California, are exercising that legal right. Individuals have the choice of which companies they want to work for. Is any of this getting through to you? And I replied with, while they may not mandate it, they can make it hard or impossible for you to participate in normal social activities such as literally airplanes, concerts, group events, etc., unless your card is displayed. I'm not anti-vax, but it makes me uneasy when things become harder for people who exercise their refusal of vaccination to participate in literal society. And he has yet to respond to that one. But that's
I'm literally like every other vaccine.
That summarizes
it's
my
been like,
idea.
dude, You're dumb if you don't want your kids to get vaccinated.
Yeah, like
for
smallpox
everything.
makes sense.
But
Smallpox,
this stuff where they're saying you can't
whooping
do it.
cough.
Like, if they didn't have the restrictions around it, I would be like, dude, I want to get that vaccine as soon as possible. I wouldn't even question it.
Yeah, because I want to get out as soon as everyone else. But my idea is, like, if we want to get out, let's just get out, you know? If we want COVID to leave, let's just, you know, fuck it. It's gone if we want it to be gone.
Just like when you sit down at a restaurant.
Just like when you sit down at a restaurant, it cures you of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We should just all sit down and eat in front of us so we can cure COVID, one meal at a time. All right, let's see what other videos do I have. Oh, this guy I found on YouTube, dude. Nick, this guy is so crazy. Look, Nick, if you're ever in a sad spot, like I know sometimes I get depressed, just know that you're not this guy. Deep down, we're gonna watch some of his videos right here.
Did I see Among Us?
Guys, if I spin this fidget spinner on this Among Us for 5 seconds, you guys have to smash that like button. You guys, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most insane video, right guys? Because I'm gonna be drinking the Among Us potion, guys. Look at this. I ordered this potion a few weeks ago and it just arrived to me, alright guys? And look at this potion. It like the color looks really weird, guys.
Dude, he ordered the Among Us potion.
How much do you think that was?
What do you think it's gonna do to him?
I think he's gonna turn into an Among Us spaceman.
Oh, he took it.
In 3, 2, 1.
He's taking it. Not the water with food color.
This has got to be made for like little kids.
Oh my god,
Wait,
you
is the
actually
likes and
drank
dislikes
it!
really bad?
Yeah, it has 35k upvotes, 75k downvotes.
Yeah.
There's a bit more left. I have to finish this bottle. Don't know.
And then he calls Among Us at 3 a.m.
You made the
calls-
potion. You're the first one to get it. Like nobody has ever drank this potion. I am the first one to do it. Yes, you are.
Yeah, you said it was made for kids.
Dude.
This is terrifying.
He called Among Us.
He called, I don't know who.
He called the Among Us.
Oh, look what's happening to him.
Oh,
He passed out.
wait. What else happened? Oh my god! Now I know I'm actually turning into the imposter. Wait, what is happening to me?
He's passing out.
Oh my god! I'm actually turning into Among Us. Wow, what is happening? Why am I in the air? Oh my god, guys, this is insane. This is actually fun. Oh my god, but this is like
That's the craziest thing I've ever
right
seen.
now. I don't know why I sound like this. It sounds so scary too.
Okay, so Nick, if you're ever feeling sad about anything, just remember you're not this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy. Yeah, I mean, wow. I have a couple more videos. Let's see which one this one is.
Oh no, is it the same guy?
Guys, if I
Do not drink the Siren Potion at 3 a.m. OMG, I turned into Siren Head. You know who Siren Head is?
From it was like a Fallout mod.
Yeah. Jesus.
the smell is like really bad, alright guys?
How does he recover from all of
Oh
these?
my god!
Well, you'll see it in the end of the video. He just like turns back.
Okay, can you just skip to the shitty CGI again?
Yeah. Wait, he calls Siren though.
Does he call them always?
Okay, no, I'm not going to get scared. It's fine. Okay, Siren Head. But I don't think if
Why is
anything
Siren
is gonna
Head
happen
fluent
to
in
me, you're
English
wrong.
and able to
Goodbye.
make those noises?
Oh my god, guys, what was he talking about? He said, I'm going to turn into a siren. Like, how is that even possible, guys? But as you guys can see, my face is changing. And I'm actually really scared that I don't know what to do. He said, you're not going to go in heights, but you're going to turn into a siren head. Oh my god. I should turn into the siren head. I'm going to lose my voice soon. All I can say is like...
That's the worst editing I've ever seen.
Oh.
Oh, there's the same thing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, this is actually me! Oh my god, guys. I actually turned into a siren head. This is
He's like a little baby.
This is my skin! Oh my god, there is no way I want to go back to being me!
And he's back.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I just wanted to show you that guy because he's pretty epic.
That's actually really funny though. Like they're really stupid, but it's funny because of how bad it is.
Well, yeah, true. But I mean, the dude's retarded. I think.
No.
No.
I think he's foreign and doesn't understand American humor,
I don't
and he
think.
thinks he's being funny.
I guess. Okay, now let's go into the TikToks. Let's see what we got here. We've only got a couple. I've got a couple from the same dude just because this guy's.
Did we ever find out? Did you ever find the pics of two pretty best friends, Dick?
Oh no, I never found it. It's been scrubbed from the internet, but he's back. He's back on TikTok now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I think I have a clip of him. Speaking of two pretty. Yeah, look, I have a clip.
My ex was like, I know a spot, then took me to the lowest point of my life, like, ah!
Oh, that's not original.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? This guy. This guy's really cool.
I am not going to do it again, Mr. Biden. Where's my daughter? Before I start fucking war on you.
Are you shaking?
What's he talking about?
Dude, I don't know.
It's kind of scary.
I followed this guy on TikTok, and he's completely real. Like, this is just how he is, and he gives you lottery numbers every night to, you know.
Wherever you are right now, I'm gonna give you lottery winner numbers. I can't tell you when it's gonna happen, but here's the numbers. 9, 11, no, 3, 9,
No,
And
3,
it ends.
9.
It literally ends. I did it. That's how the screen recording. He does it. 3, 9. Nope. 3,
And then
11.
it's over.
Yeah, I think that one deserves a replay just because it's so good.
Wherever you are right now, I'm gonna give you lottery winner numbers. I can't tell you when it's gonna happen, but here's the numbers.
He has such a cool
9, 11, no, 3, 9,
3, 9, and he's like, okay, I'm posting that.
Yeah, that.
Old people are so cute.
Here's another one.
This is what you want, people. Do that. Write it on a piece of paper, find a shadow, put it on the fucking ground, put it in the shadow, and call the shadow people towards you. They will do one of two things, give you good luck or bad luck.
Test your luck. So I thought.
Do you
want
want to do that?
Yeah.
Can we do that right now?
Yeah, we can do that right
Wait,
now.
go back.
Yeah, let's draw that. Let's figure out how to draw that.
Put it on-
Put it in a shady. Wait, we have to put it. Okay, let's follow the rules here. Let me get a piece of paper.
Oh, dude, I'm
be
scared.
right back.
What if we get the bad luck?
You're gonna turn into siren. Back, lady. Oh,
Matt, what are we doing?
we're summoning a demon.
Sorry, I had to get that for Snap.
All right, let's replay that video, and I'll draw that same picture.
This is what you want, people.
Dude, that looks like the. Okay.
Wait, is it a circle? Do you have a compass to make it better than he made it?
No, but. And then there's a upside down L. And then a dot inside each circle.
And you put it in a shady spot?
All right, so we got our image here. Might be hard to see. We got it here. Same thing he got. Let's watch.
Do that. Write it on a piece of paper, find a shadow, put it on the fucking ground, put it in the shadow, and call the shadow people towards you. They will do one.
All right, let's turn off the lights.
Call the shadow people towards you. says put it in a shadow. You could have just put it like under your desk right there. Like right there.
Oh, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good shady
That's a
spot.
nice shadow.
Yeah, like get the shoes out of the way. Put it under there. Make sure it's fully immersed in the shadows.
Underneath the desk.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's call the shadow people.
How do you call the shadow people?
One of two things give you good luck or bad luck.
Shit.
Hello, shadow people.
Charlie, are you there?
I'm called shadow people to
Shadow people, come towards us.
Shadow people,
Shadow
wherever
people,
you're
come
at.
inside me.
Shadow people, give me infinite orgasm juice.
Did you hear that?
Dude. Did you hear that?
I can't believe I'm among us. I
cannot believe I'm among us.
I cannot believe I'm among us. I turned into Cyprian Ed. Help me!
I think we should just leave it under there and we'll know if it's good luck or bad luck.
I'll forget about it there. I might just get good luck from now
Or
on.
do I just get cursed?
Or
Dude, who knows
less.
it? This guy's been around. He could be for real.
All right, from one cool dude to another cool dude. Let's watch this guy.
What's one ability you think you had that if you told somebody, they would look at you like you're crazy?
There's one ability of mine that people don't believe. I can manipulate energy from other people. So, this happened to me a lot in my childhood. And yes, I'm 21 now. Anyway, nonetheless, this happened to me a lot in my childhood. One of my friends would be all hyperactive, and I'd look at them for a certain amount of time, and I would feel that energy enter into me. Another ability of mine is I can sense and understand spirits and other entities. Like earlier, a siren came in to my room trying to take some of my energy. I told her no, and I wound up killing her. Now, keep in mind, I come from a long line of witches, wizards, and Wiccans. So yeah, interesting. And warlocks.
And warlocks.
You can tell by the way that guy's hair, like that he hasn't washed his hair, that
Yeah.
that guy's just a fucking nerd.
Well, that guy's like
No.
one of those people that is like,
He meets in his basement to play Dungeons and Dragons, but doesn't shower.
oh god, he's one of those guys at school that will like talk to everyone, but everyone's kind of like, can you just stop?
Yeah, you just want him to go away.
Yeah, because you're like, dude, you're kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just thought it was interesting.
that reminds me of some people.
Well, you want to know what's crazy is I've been manipulating your energy the whole time.
You know what's crazy is I've been manipulating your energy, so you think that you're manipulating mine.
Holy shit. Well, do you come from a long line of witches, wizards, warlocks, and sirens?
No, I'm just built different.
Well, fuck you.
Fuck me.
Inbred fuck. Alright. What else do we have here? Alex Jones. I showed you that clip of Alex Jones predicting the future. Should I play it?
Yeah, play it.
Play it? Yeah, because it's kind of crazy. This is a clip of Alex Jones from 2010. Alex Jones, he's a contentious subject. Not a lot. Like, guys, he was wrong about Sandy Hook. We all agree. What else has he been wrong about? I'll wait. I'm waiting. Okay. That being said, let's start the video.
You're mine. I mean, I'm not even worthy to be bringing you.
I mean, I'm not even worthy to be bringing it. I mean, his voice is crazy.
Information that's powerful. And I hope that you pay attention to what we cover here minute by minute. Because I've had chills since last night. This just confirms everything else we've already researched. A Rockefeller study envisions future dictatorship controlled by elite, millions being killed, mandatory quarantines, checkpoints, the end of the family.
Check.
Everything that's in the other documents, but this dovetails with all the other Rockefeller Foundation documents about the GMO food to sterilize you and force vaccines and the hell we're already living in that's just going to continue to intensify until we take our governments back from these eugenics madmen. But that story is up. You're not going to be able to go to the ball games anymore.
These are clips from 2020.
You're not going to be able to just go out and get drunk with your friends. You're not going to be able to just, go out and enjoy yourself all the time.
Check.
The only chance we...
And then that kind of ends there. I'll wait. I'll wait for him when he's wrong. Hey, I mean, he has a pretty good record. He was right about Jeffrey Epstein's island. No one gives him credit about that.
Yeah.
He broke that story. When he was my age, snuck into Bohemian Grove, and like secretly recorded that. And he said, guess who paid him to do that?
Who?
The not BBC, but the British informational something like that. He said it was paid by like BBC's competitor to do that, and they gave him the password and stuff
to get in.
Yeah, I heard that on the podcast I listened to last night. Yeah,
he talked about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
What's that one called again?
Flagrant 2.
I want to listen to it
with Alex Jones. It's like a 2-hour and 30-minute video. It's really funny. Alex Jones goes
it's a video
off.
Is it on Spotify?
It's on Spotify too.
I'm just gonna listen to it on the way
home. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, the super straight movement. I wanted to talk about this. Would you have sex with the transgender male to female?
No.
All right, then you're super straight.
Yeah.
There's the men like you and like me who would not have sex with a male to female transgender, which, well, they would be considered female, but we are not attracted to them.
Yeah.
It is a new gender called super straight, or SS for short. Super straight. All right. And it was really popular on TikTok for about 2. Oh, and you want to know what their flag is?
What?
An orange square and a black square. Like for Pornhub.
Oh.
It's a pretty good meme. But so it was like kind of a movement on TikTok, and it lasted 2 days, and now it's been purged from all of TikTok. You can't even type in the hashtag super straight that used to be there. So finding this clip was a pain in the ass. But this is like one of the original guys.
Super straight?
I am super straight is a new sexual orientation. It means you would date the opposite gender, but not if they were trans. This is not the same thing as transphobic, just like how gay men that only date men aren't sexist to women.
All right. So the counter argument to this is people are saying that they're just they're closeted trans folks.
I've literally been in an argument with a girl about this.
About this?
Like,
really?
She's literally told me, you wouldn't date a girl that has a penis that thinks she's a woman. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. She's like, that's transphobic.
That's trans.
I'm like, I don't understand.
How is that transphobic? I'm not
cannot,
scared of them. I'll talk to them anytime. I'm not sexually attracted to them. Yeah,
part of my relationship is I want pussy. I want to fuck.
Well, what if they get a scoop? What if they scoop it and then they have a fake pussy?
Still no.
Still no? Yeah. Listen, no. I mean, I'm there with you, my man.
I don't want to fucking turned inside out dick either.
I mean, the world we live in. And if you look on any of these super straight like TikToks, if you look at the comments, they're all like they'll do like make the super straight flag out of emojis, and then have like the bottom corner like fire, like they're burning the super straight flag.
Oh my god.
And then they're like super straight it's called superphobic and proud. They'll say that, and it'll have like 40,000 upvotes. Superphobic and proud. I'm like, dude, guys, do you not realize the whole meme of this? And I think that I found a good point of view that comes from the LGBT community, which is a good. I mean, he has a really good take. Let me play it.
Thoughts on people saying they're super straight. Oh, okay, I guess this is officially a thing. This is why.
He's like super flamboyant.
This is why I came out and said, hey, I don't necessarily know if it's transphobic to say that you don't tend to be attracted to people that are transitioning or non-binary. Because look what happened. People started saying, oh, it's transphobic to not be attracted to people that are gender fluid. And so the other side fired back and said, oh, look, we have a sexuality. It's super straight. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna say super straight is bad? That's going against my sexuality. Do you see the problem we got ourselves into? If we just accepted everyone holistically and didn't argue about people and whether or not they should be attracted to somebody else, we wouldn't even have this problem. Just let transgender people be transgender. You don't necessarily have to be attracted to them. And if you're not, you don't necessarily need to wave around a flag saying so. But to the other side, I mean, these people are just saying, oh, I prefer cisgender people. Is it really that bad? I'm not cisgender. I'm not personally insulted by this. Not everyone's gonna be attracted to me. I don't need everyone to be attracted to me. Anyway, I hope this helps.
Facts.
I mean that person spoke like That was like a super good take, but it gave me a scary thought. You know how like 50 years ago there was like closeted gay people? Well, now we're getting to the point. Well, it's probably never going to come to this. Hey, hopefully it doesn't come to this, right? This is like, you know, Matt fantasy land, like the thoughts that go through my head sometimes, right? So you know how there was closeted gay people in the past, and it was like dangerous for them to come out as gay.
Oh yeah, there was the one. What was his name? Harvey Milk or something.
Yeah,
he got assassinated.
shot. He got shot. Gay. Yes. Well, now these people are coming out as super straight, and they're being attacked, right? So, extrapolating that to the highest extent, I can imagine a world where everyone is gay, and I have to have a fake boyfriend while I'm dating a girl. You know, the dude will be my beard while I have a straight relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that world?
It's like opposite of what it is now.
Yeah.
That's the way it's looking.
Yeah. I mean, it would be kind of interesting because everyone will be... Because right now you can't even... If you are in the LGBT community, everything you say is taken for complete fact. I can't really say anything against you because you just call me, you know, a homophobe or whatever. A homophobe. A homophone. So it's like, I don't really care. I don't care what anyone's sexual preference is. It's just, I don't know how to articulate the feeling that, like, in the future, everything is just becoming more and more out there. Like, there's so many more genders that there were now. Like, even in California, it's so gay in California that things have gotten even more gay. So there's now, like, gay, like, California was like the land of the gays for a while. Mm-hmm. That was like their hub. And now it's so gay that there's like new genders popping up and stuff there. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? But like, where do we take this? I mean, we can't keep on one-upping each other. We have gay rights, now they're fighting for trans rights. Okay, once you get trans rights, who are you going to fight for? You're going to fight for a new gender's rights? I mean, guys, everyone just has rights. If we keep on upping the stakes, soon we're going to be like, all right, all people with 3 penises, 3 nipples, we need those people to have rights. They already have them, right? I mean, I just don't understand it. It's like, dude, you're just scared of a dude with 3 penises. I'm like, kind of. I'm going to be honest.
Like, dude, imagine the amount of testosterone in that.
Oh, my God.
Kick my ass.
I'm just saying. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any last comments?
No.
No? Yeah, I thought this was a good podcast. You want to play us out with a little ditty?
No.
Okay. Great.
I mean, you could edit in a ditty. I'll play a ditty later and you record it.
Okay.
And then you'll put it in.
All right.
Insert ditty here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the AfroMattt Show. This is episode 15, I think. 15 or 14. 14, I think. One of those two. Thank you for watching.
The next podcast is going to be a banger.
This one was a banger.
Yeah, but the next one's going to be a triple banger.
The next one is going to be a banger.
It's going to be a triple banger.
Yeah, it's going to be a
You don't even know what I'm talking about yet.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
And you don't know what, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
But the next one's going to be good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't think that you know what I know that about you.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. That's the only thing that really matters. You can listen and not subscribe, not like, I don't really care, but give it to a friend, slide it under their desk. Like, we're a speakeasy over here, right? You have to tell them, hey, head over to AfroMatt's place. I mean, it's bumping over there. And you're like, whoa. Don't worry. They don't care about COVID.
Oh, wait. Are we going to analyze? We need to insert a clip of what happens throughout the rest of the night because I'm going to be here for a couple more hours of if we do have good luck or in fact
the
malicious
spirit,
endeavors
the spirit
brought upon us by.
I did. My vision kind of went foggy there for a second when I was summoning the demon.
Yeah.
You say he came inside me?
Probably.
Thanks for listening.
Okay.